Hello everyone, and in today's video we are going to do the everything you need to know before you sail on Virgin Voyages. So we are going to go over everything for you guys. We're going to start with the basics, we're going to explain the galley, we're going to take you through all the restaurants on board, the entertainment available, the overall layout and the rooms, some fun things to do on board, and then lastly some tips and tricks or things you just didn't know about Virgin Voyages. So Virgin Voyages is pretty new. Their first sailing was in August of 2021. They do currently have 3 active ships, which is going to be first the Scarlet Lady, which we're going to be focusing on this video, the Valiant Lady, the Resilient Lady, and they are coming out with the Brilliant Lady, but that is still being worked on. And something that makes Virgin Voyages very different from other cruise lines is that they are 18 and up, adults only. So no children can sail. You have to be 18 or older to sail with Virgin Voyages. That being said, they also really push luxury. So they kind of, instead of it being, the cheap cruise food, they really put a lot of time and effort into everything to make it more luxurious, like a luxury cruise. That being said, it is also actually all inclusive. So a lot of other cruise lines, like the specialty restaurants you have to pay for, etc., you have to buy Wi-Fi. On Virgin Voyages, it is truly all inclusive. So all of your specialty restaurants, they're all included. Your Wi-Fi, it's already included. You don't have to buy anything. Restaurants, even the arcade games are all free. Obviously, spa and makeup things and alcoholic drinks are not covered, but all your basic drinks are. So everything is included. And while we're talking about all-inclusive, they do have their own private beach club in Bimini, so only Virgin sailors can go to this beach club when you get to Bimini. There's pools, the beach, it's all-inclusive with your food and your standard drinks, so something really cool. A lot of the ships go there. They do have their own private beach club. And lastly, in our basics category, you are not going to get a Sea Pass card. You're actually going to get a Sea Band. This is going to be pretty much everything you need on the ship. It's going to be your room key, along with basically how they charge you for shopping, drinks, anything like that. They just tap your Sea Band, and you don't ever take it off. And it's surprisingly, they stayed on the entire time. So you will get a Sea Band, not a Sea card. And overall, Virgin Voyages is very luxurious. However, they're definitely kind of a different cruise line. There's a lot less rules. It's kind of more laid back and more of a party vibe. The shows are a little more out there, so if you're easily offended, this line might not be for you, but overall, we had such an amazing time. Now on to a quick explanation of the galley. So yes, it is true, Virgin Voyages does not have a buffet on board, but this is pretty much their equivalent. So you're going to have this area called the galley, and they're going to have multiple different types of food restaurants here in the galley. So if you do want more information on the galley, I have a full video explaining the entire thing with all the food options, all the times, everything you need to know. Go check that out, but we're just gonna make this quick because again, we already have that video. So you can either sit down and you can have a server come to you. Basically, you're going to find the little menu, you're going to scan it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner because the menus are going to be all a little different. When you're ready, you're going to raise that little red flag and a server is going to come over and take your order and then bring it to you. That being said, you can also go up to the counter and order it yourself. So you can order anything you like, there was really never any lines, and then you can take it back and sit with your food at a table. So you can either get served or you can go get it yourself. That being said, there's also a few options for grab and go. In the front areas, you're gonna have grab and go all the time, really nice options. There was like a sandwich, a cheese tray one day, really nice. And then there's also some at Bento Baby that changes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well. So really good options here at the galley. And lastly, I added the menus for you. Again, it's going to change for everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if you take a look, you can see the options. But again, if you want more information, check out the everything you need to know about the galley on our channel. So now onto the restaurant category, we are going to start at the Wake. This is kind of what I would call their nice steakhouse. They are open for brunch and also dinner. It's really beautiful in here. It's a really elegant theme. And of course, you're in the back of the boat and you have this amazing view of the Wake. Pretty clever name for that one. So here is a look at the menu. Just know that all of these restaurants, the menu is subject to change, but this is what it was when we went. So we had some nice starters, some salads, some soups. They had a raw bar that you could upgrade to if you wanted to purchase that. And then here on the other side, you are going to have our entrees. So you have like shrimp and grits. Of course, you have from the grill. So a bunch of steak options, chicken and lamb, and then all of their fun sides and sauces. They do start you off with this bread, and oh my gosh, guys, I think it was the best bread I've ever had. So just wanted to throw that out there. You will love the bread. Just a forewarning, we loved every single thing we ate on this boat, not even kidding, so I'm probably gonna say everything's amazing 100 times, but this is the clam chowder. I thought it was a really nice presentation. They actually come and pour it for you. We also got a lot of stuff, honestly. We got the crudo and a wedge salad, and then of course we had to see the iconic bone marrow. And then for dinner we both got the filet, which was cooked incredible, unreal. I love the roasted garlic head. And then we did try one of each side, also amazing. They are definitely smaller portions for the sides, which is great, but just know that in advance. And overall the wake was absolutely fantastic for dinner. We did also come here for brunch, but I'll make it quick. Here is the brunch menu. They did have a bottomless brunch option for $25, which I thought was really nice. And then of course they had a bunch of brunch cocktails, beers, and wines by the glass. And here's a look for the food. The starters are pretty similar to dinner, and they had a couple mains, steak and egg in a hole, and a French toast. They had a couple Benedicts, and then some dessert. So here is a look at the fennel salad, the egg in a hole, and then also the wake benedict. And then we both got the steak and eggs for brunch. If you want more details on food and all that, we have a ton of vlogs on our channel there you can actually check out more food content. But we got a lot of restaurants to go through, so we are going to move on to the next one. Next up, we have Razzle Dazzle. They are open for brunch and also dinner. We only made it here for brunch, so we will show you guys that. It's definitely a little different. It is more vegetarian and vegan forward, so it's really nice if you are a vegetarian or vegan on board. They have some really neat options. And here is a quick look at the drink menu. They also have a bottomless brunch for $25. And then here is the menu to start. They have like an avocado toast, a watermelon, and sesame cream. I've seen that all over TikTok. A bunch of different mains like acai bowls. There's an Impossible Burger, Razzle Dazzle breakfast. Now anything that's naughty is going to be meat. So there is real meat here. They have fried chicken sandwich, and they also had like a salmon. They also had vegan sausages, but they also did have normal bacon as well. So it's kind of good for everybody. They have normal eggs, all that good stuff. So that is Razzle Dazzle's menu. Also, a side note, at a few restaurants, they came around with like these pastry offerings, and don't turn them down. They were amazing. Alrighty, and here's a look at the food. I got the Razzle Dazzle breakfast. Yes, that is vegan sausage. I had to try it, but don't worry, we did get a side of normal bacon as well. And again, it was just normal eggs. I think I got them cheesy scrambled. And then we also got this mushroom frittata to try, which was fantastic. And then Carson got the fried chicken sandwich. So overall, again, really great restaurant. Would definitely recommend. And lastly, here is a quick look at their dinner menu. Now on to a little hidden gem. It's not a sit-down restaurant. You actually go up and order. It's Sun Club Cafe. They have some poke bowls, some bao buns, and some dips. It's actually located up on one of the higher decks right by the pool, so it's a little tucked away, but we will show you guys a little bit of the food from here. And here is a look at 3 of the bowls they had. I think we had a salmon bowl, a tuna bowl, and then I think they messed up. One was supposed to be chicken, but it was like tuna again, so I'm not totally sure, but there's a quick look at Sun Club Cafe poke bowls. Now we have Extra Virgin, which is going to be their Italian food-based restaurant here on board the Scarlet Lady. This is going to be open for dinner. And here's a look at the menu. You have some antipasto, so you have like meatballs, carpaccio. You also have this cheese and meat selection, so you can make like your own charcuterie board, which I thought was really nice. And then down here, you're gonna find like your fish and your steak, things like that. And then over here to the right side is where you're gonna have your pasta. So lots of different options, lots of different noodles, and we will show you guys that. So they do start you with bread and olive oil, and then we got the Caesar salad, which came with like a whole egg on it. I thought that was really cool. And then we did also try the meatballs. And then for the cheese tray, our server was just like, get all of them. It comes out really nice. So that is the cheese tray with all the options. Alrighty, this is going to be the truffle gnocchi, which was fantastic, and then this is the carbonara. Our server did say they come out, they're like smaller portions, so he recommends like 3 to share for a table, but we were just trying a little bit of everything. Again, there was so much food, we never eat all of this, just so you guys know, but that gnocchi was definitely probably the best one on there. And here's a quick look at the chicken dish that they have to offer, also fantastic. And here is a picture of a video of the sea bass. Guys, get the sea bass. It's the best thing in the entire menu. I know that sounds crazy. I don't even eat fish, and it was amazing. So those are 2 other options here at Extra Virgin. And now on to everyone's favorite, the pizza place. Guys, this place was so good. The pizza is to die for. The rumors are true. Now, I don't remember the exact hours for the pizza place, but they were open pretty much all the time. I want to say all day, and we got late night pizza at like 2 in the morning a couple times, so they are open a lot. I don't know if they're 24 hours, but they are open all the time, let me tell you. So their menu is a little different. They have a classic pizza, a white truffle and egg pizza, a chicken pesto, pretty $5 for a white pie and a pepperoni. Those all have different toppings on them, and of course you can modify them. They are going to make it right in front of you, so it's all fresh ingredients, so again, you can easily modify. They also will have a special pizza of the day every day, so that is going to be the pizza place. Now we have Pink Agave, which is going to be your Mexican cuisine on board, and it's definitely not like your typical standard Mexican cuisine. It was definitely, I don't know, more eclectic, so we will get into the menu. So definitely a smaller menu, but here's a look at it. We have some small plates, that's like, guacamole, and then you head down a little bit to the medium plates, where you're going to have stuff like an enchilada and a papas con chorizo. And on the last page, you're gonna have your large plates, so you're gonna have like a fish, a duck, stuff like that, and then you can also upgrade to a little treat yourself, and that is the full menu. And for the sake of the vlog, we got a lot. We asked him to spread it out, but he obviously forgot. But here are the potatoes. That's going to be the tuna dish that they have on the menu. That is going to be the guacamole. Then they also have this mole shrimp, and then that's gonna be your enchilada, followed by your roasted corn. For the mains, we got the steak, which was crazy looking. Then we also got the duck. And lastly, we got the pork. Again, not your standard Mexican cuisine, but everything was really, really neat. Definitely worth a shot. One of my favorite restaurants on board, actually, which surprised me. So that is your look at Pink Agave. Next up, we have the Dock House. This isn't necessarily like a sit-down restaurant. It's more of kind of like a lounge area that you can order food in. They also have a beautiful outdoor seating area. So if you are going, make sure you check out the outdoor area. It is absolutely stunning. But again, let's show you guys the menu. So again, it's like a light bite Mediterranean grill. So they have a polenta, a shrimp, octopus, chicken, and steak. So we got one of each to try. So here is a look at the shrimp. It comes in like a tahini yogurt sauce. Also the chicken, followed by the polenta, which was fantastic. And then lastly, the steak. We absolutely loved this food. We only got to go here once, but I would definitely recommend going multiple times. It's also just a really nice vibe. They had live music when we were in there, and just overall really fresh, great, just amazing food overall. So that is going to be the Dock House. Also, a little side note, online it does say there's 2 other menus for the Dock House. We never saw it, so I don't know if it's a certain area you have to sit in or it just wasn't available when we were there. And now we have Test Kitchen, which is definitely going to be very eccentric and different. I don't think you've ever dined like this before. So this is going to be Test Kitchen. It's kind of how the name says. You're testing a bunch of like new, unique foods that they're going to present to you. So I'll get into the menu. Now, I have heard that Test Kitchen's menu changes often, but for us, this is what we were looking at. Your first option is going to be corn, followed by salmon, then beetroot, then either shrimp or lamb, then asparagus, and then strawberry. So those are just the themes, and then you're gonna see what you're gonna get. And then here was our corn appetizer. It was corn 3 ways. It was popped corn, roasted corn, and then that big thing in the center is not corn, it is butter. And then they also served it with bread, so you could kind of make it like a dip. Really cool though, you do sit kind of with other people, and they bring it out in like waves, so everyone kind of gets it at the same time, and you get to kind of share the experience with a couple other people, and they come out and explain exactly what everything is. And just a side note, we did the wine pairing with this, which we thought was really fun. It just kind of adds to the experience. And there's also a cocktail pairing. Again, alcohol's not included. I don't remember the price, but if that's something you're interested in, it was really fun. And here is a quick look at the smoked salmon dish. Thought that was really cool. Again, the experience here is really what you're going for. Everything's very small portions, but it's just to come and try some really unique, fun food that they prepare for you guys. And here is the scallop / shrimp entree, I want to say. The noodles were actually fish. It was the craziest thing. But that's the last one I'm going to show you guys for this restaurant. We got a lot more to go. If you want to see everything, see our reactions, see all the food, check out our channel. There's a vlog where we go over everything. But overall, that's Test Kitchen. And this little area here is called the Social Club. A lot of the football games were always on in here. And over to the left, you can grab things like popcorn, a pretzel, and a hot dog. We did try the pretzel, we did not like it. And then here's a look at the hot dog. The hot dog was good, but the bun was really hard. So probably the only miss of a restaurant, but I wouldn't really call it a restaurant. It's like grab and go food. Alrighty, and the last major restaurant is going to be Gunbae, which is the Korean barbecue on board. This is very, very popular with all the Virgin ships. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to go on our trip, but next time we definitely will. So sorry, I don't have a ton of content to show you guys. Here's the tables where you actually do the Korean barbecue right in front of you. And here is a quick look at the menu as well, so you can get an idea. I know they're open for dinner, but I think they're also open for some lunch hours. Not 100% sure, but there you have it. That is going to be Gunbae. And there is a thing called Ship Eats, which is Virgin's 24-hour food delivery service with a lot of basic foods. I don't have a menu to show you guys. When we were on board, it did not work when we tried to do it, so we really couldn't experience this. We did try for you guys, but they do have Ship Eats available. And lastly, we do have Lick Me Till Ice Cream. I know, funny name. That is going to be the ice cream parlor on board. It was open pretty much all the time we were walking past it. I'm sure it's not 24/7, but it was open for most of the day and the evening time. Here's a look at some of their flavors. Carson did get a cup of it and he really liked it. He got the chocolate, but again, really nice. You can get it in a cone or a cup, and of course it is still complimentary. So that is going to be your ice cream parlor on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. And that's going to be it for the restaurants on board. Just wanted to remind you that the times are going to vary for your sailing. Sometimes they have some things open on sea days, sometimes they don't, but I gave you the roundabout hours and what they're usually open for, so let's head on to the next topic. Now we're going to cover all things entertainment, starting with shopping. Here we are in Virgin Voyages shop. It was one of our favorite shops to go into. But overall, they have areas called the High Street. So there's two on the Scarlet Lady right next to each other, and both of them are filled with tons of shopping options. I mean, there is so much to look at here. You will have a great time shopping. There's obviously jewelry, there's clothing, there's actually gently used Louis Vuittons for sale, there's a Bulgari store, there's the store that you can get things that maybe you forgot at home, snacks, toothbrushes, things like that. We'll kind of give you an overview of what they have right here. But overall, just a ton of shopping available on Virgin Voyages. Alrighty, and then of course another form of entertainment is going to be the casino here on the Scarlet Lady. You'll see here in a second it does have its own bar, which is nice, and the manor is located inside of the casino, which has a lot of nightlife, so kind of nice that it's all in the same area. We're just going to do a quick walkthrough so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. It's not the biggest casino, that's for sure, but honestly it did the job. It was really nice, always very clean, lots of slot machines, and then of course you could see here some table games. Again, not a ton, but definitely enough. It was never too crowded, and it was always a good time. The casino was open every single evening, and it was also open on our sea days, and of course during the day the tables might not all be open, but some will be open for you to play. So overall, a really nice casino, and we enjoyed it. And now on to daily events and activities. I think Virgin Voyages did a really good job. There was always something to do. Like for example, one day we were making friendship bracelets. You got to pick your colors. We did trivia at least 2 or 3 times. There was a puzzle race. There was a lot of activities that were put on by the staff that were really nice. We did do the seahorse race, which we would 10 out of 10 recommend. Even if you don't buy a seahorse, it's really, really fun to go watch the bidding war and go watch the race. So I won't, spoil too many other things that they have on board, but overall there's a lot of daily activities. And now on to the shows that Virgin actually puts on for you. There's a ton of them and they were all amazing, but we're going to go in the order of how we saw them to make it easiest. So to start, we went to the drag show in the manor. If there is anything in the manor, get there early because it fills up really fast. We actually had to stand to watch this show, but overall it was really cute. It was funny. She involved the crowd, which was hilarious, and it was just lighthearted and fun. I will tell you there was some raunchier jokes in there, so it's not for the faint of heart, but overall a really fun show. The next one we saw was called Ships of the Night, and it was kind of like an interpretive dance show, I would almost call it. For us, it really wasn't up our alley, but it was still entertaining, but that is another show on board. After that show, we participated in bingo with the Diva, who again is that drag queen on board. It was a great time, let me tell you. Get there early, and I mean it. It was literally packed. I actually don't think there was a seat in the house left. Really fun. It was fast paced, which is a nice change. I feel like a lot of cruise lines, it takes 5 hours to play a bingo game, but bingo was a fantastic time. And when you're on your app, you're gonna see an event called Festival Stage Acts. This is just a rotating person that comes in. It could be, someone that does acrobatics. It could be a comedian. It could be a magician. So it does change per each cruise. I don't know how often, but for us, it was a magician, but it was like a comedy magician. So it was really fun. It was a really good time. It was cute to watch. We really enjoyed it. I love magic, and the comedy was really fun on top of it. So that was our guide for Festival Stage Acts. Next up, we saw Dual Reality. Guys, this was like a Vegas style show. It was probably the best show I've ever seen on a cruise ship. It was amazing. We were strictly not allowed to record this show, so I don't have any footage of it, but basically it's like a big circus show. I don't even know. It's amazing, so make sure you definitely go check out Dual Reality. Another great show is It's a Ship Show. This is actually a variety dinner show. So it was pretty long. I want to say it was almost 2 hours, but there was tons of different acts. It was amazing. There were these guys doing acrobatics. There was a guy swinging around on a pole. There were dancers. I mean, it was fantastic. And on top of it, you did get dinner throughout the show as well. Now, mind you, you do have to reserve this one in advance right when you get on the ship, and it does sell out pretty quick. I think there was one other show as well that you had to reserve, so keep an eye on that, but it was fantastic. Here's a look at the menu. You got to choose between 2 salads to start, and then you also got to choose between 2 entrees, a chicken and a fish, and then you did end with a dessert. Here's a quick look at the vegetable salad, followed by the burrata salad, and then the chicken entree and the fish entree. Next up, we have the Untitled Dance Show Party Thing, and honestly, when I first read that, I was confused, but it completely makes sense. You don't sit, it's kind of like a big dance party, and everyone stands, and they're kind of performing, and everyone's kind of dancing, so I wouldn't know if I would really call it a show, but it was a fun time and a cool experience. Now on to the nightlife and parties. Guys, party night was every night. Here is the PJ party that is on the first night. People were getting lit. These parties were insane. Just the way they were put on, the music, the vibes. I mean, it was a great time. So that was the PJ party. The second night, I think this was just a nightclub. Yeah, it was the nightclub. Look how insane, you guys. I mean, this is crazy. It's on a cruise ship. The lights were insane. They had dancers. They had people with glow sticks. I mean, the vibes were so fun. So again, another super fun party. This was like the nightclub night. Now on to the super famous Scarlet Night. Guys, this was crazy. So to start, they had all the cast dancing, splashing water at you, doing all types of things, tricks, dances, all types of music. That probably lasted about 15 minutes. And then once that was over, the pool was open. So you had people in the pool jumping in. They had a giant squid. There was fog machines. People were everywhere jumping in the water. I mean, it was such a crazy party. The cast was there dancing with you. I mean, it was just, again, the craziest party. It was so much fun. If you are going on Virgin, at least go by and see Scarlet Night, even if you're just gonna stand at the top and watch, because honestly, that's probably the best part because it is hilarious. But overall, guys, Scarlet Night, 10 out of 10, don't miss it. Lastly, there was the 70s party, and there was a quick circus act to start it off. So you see these baton twirlers that were there. A lot of the people here were also in dual reality, which was really cool. So we had a lot of acrobats. We had people doing tricks with hula hoops, all types of stuff. So this was really nice. And then when the show was over, it was quick, 15-20 minutes. The stage lowered and everyone started to party, and it was all 70s music. Now on to kind of the basic layout of the Scarlet Lady. First, we're going to start with a very quick room tour. If you want a full room tour, check out our day 1 vlog so you can really get the full tour. But this is what it looks like when you walk in, and over to your left, you're going to have a closet, and that's going to be your makeup room and do not disturb signs. In here, there's going to be a safe along with some storage, not a ton, and a full-length mirror. Here is your bathroom vanity, your toilet area, and then here is your shower. Pretty large. It has a nice rain head, and it also has the wand. Then once you leave that, this is going to be your mini fridge and water station, and then right next to it is going to be your little table area. Pretty cool. This actually controls everything in your room, so you can do ship eats on here. You can change the temperature, you can change the vibe, the lights, open the curtains, close the curtains. Everything you could possibly need is going to be on this makeup room, request things, so your iPad is going to control all of that for you. And then here is just a look at the standard king bed, and they have a little sitting area with another full-length mirror, which is really nice. And then here is our balcony. So again, quick room tour. If you want a full one, check out our channel, and that does it for a standard balcony room. And I'm just going to run over the deck plan. So 4 is where you get off for tendering in the medical center. 5, you're going to have sailor services and the spa and some restaurants. 6, you're going to have a lot of restaurants, the casino and the manor. And remember, a lot of shows are in that manor. 7 is also going to have a bunch of restaurants, and it's going to be your main area where most things are. 8 through 14 are just cabins. 15 also has obviously the galley, some restaurants, and then 16 and 17 and 15 all have your outdoor activities, your pools, and your jogging track. Now, as for pools, this could be surprising to a lot of people. There is only 2, so the one that we're about to look at here now, I believe is more of a hot tub instead of a pool. And then, of course, you have your iconic large pool with like those day beds, which is surprising because a lot of other cruise ships have multiple pool areas, but I guess there's no kids park and you don't need an adult only pool because it already is one. So there are only 2 pools on the boat. And now we're on things to do that are on board. We're going to start with the gyms. There are 2 large gym areas on board. They are beautiful, large, amazing views. This one that we're in right now actually has a large multi-purpose room, so I'm sure they do group activities in there. Again, lots of gym equipment, pretty spread out and very clean. So just across the hallway, this is the other gym. The other side was more weight-based equipment. This is going to be more cardio-based equipment. So there was a lot of treadmills. And in here to the left is a spin studio, which is so cool. So they do have spin classes, again, completely complimentary. And along with the beautiful indoor gym, they do have outdoor gym equipment. So that's going to be the boxing ring. And then they call this area the Athletic Club Adult Playground. So I thought it was really cool. You can use all this equipment outside, especially if it's like a nice day and everything like that. So there's tons and tons and tons of outdoor equipment you can use as well. And over to the left, you can use the sports area to play some basketball or any other games you might like. And of course, there are these really cool swings that you can take in and enjoy as well. And while we're back here, here is the iconic net that you can actually stand on, look down, and you're over the water. It's really scary. It was closed for whatever reason, but we did do it one day. Really, really cool. So that is the Virgin Voyages net. And after all that working out, they do have a great spa here. We did a couples massage and it was really nice. They do not have their prices or what they have offered listed on the website, so I couldn't really do anything, and they wouldn't let us tour it, of course, because people were in there, but they do have a really nice spa, so that's another option to do on board. Another area that is kind of spa-like is going to be Tune Up. This is going to be the manicure and pedicure area on board. So they do have its own little special area, so it's actually not in the spa. You're actually going to have your own mani-pedi separate area. You're also going to have Dry Dock, which is going to be a woman's salon that specializes in blowouts, curls, anything hair related. And right next to that is going to be Stubble and Groom, which is the men's hair cutting place, followed by the Makeup Porthole, which sells makeup, and you can also get your makeup done there, which I thought was really cool. You of course also have a duty-free liquor store, followed by the tattoo parlor over here on the left. So yes, in there is a real tattoo parlor. You can get a tattoo on board. Something else really unique is they have an area called the Groupie, and this is a private karaoke area where you can have your own room with your friends and do grouped karaoke. As for drinks and bars, we're going to try to make this short because this video is getting long and there's a lot of bars on board. There are 2 main coffee areas. This is one of them here on the left, and there is one in the galley. And as for bars, again guys, there's a lot of them, so I'm not going to go over all of them, but some of the main ones, we have the Loose Cannon, which has like a bunch of whiskeys and things like that. There's also obviously the Pool Bar, which is going to have a bunch of drinks. There's also a cocktail bar and lounge called Sip that's also very popular. You also have the Dock House, which is a bar, and then the outside version, which is just called the Dock, also has a bar with a bunch of nice outdoor seating. And the last one I'm going to touch on is the Draught House. Again, there's so many bars, we will be here all day if we had to go over them. So if you want to see more about the bars, make sure you check out Virgin's website and the deck plans. There is also like a champagne lounge called Sip, which is really cool. And there is a place where you can get fresh juices at Gin and Tonic, or Gym and Tonic you could call it. But that is it for the bars. And don't forget to check out the social club area. They're going to have a bunch of board games out for you to play. They also have 2 beautiful shuffleboards that you can play as well. And then right around the corner here, you're going to have air hockey tables, foosball tables, and a arcade that is completely free to play. So play all you want. And don't forget to check that area out because it is a super fun time on a sea day. Now on to some tips, tricks, or things you just did not know about Virgin Voyages. To start, sorry I don't have a lot of video for this, make sure you download the Virgin Voyages app. You can download it and log in once you purchase your cruise, and you can actually start booking dinner way in advance. So I would recommend doing that for sure, because we waited to book dinners about 30 to 40 days before sailing, and we could not get any times we wanted for just a party of 2. When we did get on the boat, we got some times at the restaurants we wanted, but they were usually really late. But every single restaurant we went up to, we asked if we could sit early, and every single time we got really lucky and we were able to sit at every time we wanted to at every restaurant. So I don't know if that was lucky or if they just like that you made a reservation anyway and you're not just walking up, but we did get in for a party too, but make them in advance so it's a lot easier for you. That being said, make sure you book those shows the day that you get on. You can't do that in advance. You can do it when you get on the boat. They do sell out, like it's a ship show. that is going to sell out. So make sure you book those in advance. Another tip I have for you is attend that sail away party, okay, up on the pool deck. They are giving out champagne like freaking hotcakes. So if you want to get drunk for free, go to that sail away party for an hour. They will give you as many as you want. They're constantly walking around. People were double, triple, quadruple fisting. It was such a fun time anyway. Even if you're not gonna drink, it was really fun. But if you do want some free drinks, go attend that sail away party. Also, just a shout out to Virgin Voyages bar staff. Literally, it was downpouring for our sail away party, and they were in the rain bringing people drinks that were actually hiding from the rain. I mean, they're just the best. So make sure you go to that sail away party. You're gonna laugh at this trick, but I swear by it. So this claw game, you're gonna see it by the social club, and it's $2 per play because technically it's like a gamble, but it's a lot easier than you think to get a ball, and each ball gets a really nice Virgin Voyages prize. I got a $35 shirt and I spent $5 on the game, actually $6 on the game, to literally get a $35 shirt that I got to pick from the gift shop. I also got so much merch. So a little tip, if you want some really cool trinkets to bring home, invest in the game. It's fun, and honestly, it's definitely gonna pay off. It's not as hard as it looks, and they give you really great merchandise. Now on to some stuff you just may not have known about Virgin Voyages. This one's probably a pretty obvious one, but every balcony gets their iconic signature red hammock. So if you buy any level of balcony, you are going to get that red hammock out there, and it's really nice to just relax, and I just think it's a really cute little add-on they do. So yep, if you get a balcony, you get a red hammock. Now when it comes to drinks, Virgin's a little different. They do not have an all-inclusive drink package that you can buy. You can only pre-buy in advance bar tab credit. Ignore me, this was us dancing every night in the Manor. We were having so much fun. But again, you can only pre-buy it. You cannot buy it once you're on the boat. Pre-buy bar credit in advance. So again, if you do it in advance, you are going to spend $300, and Virgin is actually going to give you $350. So they give you $50 when you spend $300, and that is the only increments you can spend is $300. So they make it a little tricky. Sometimes they run some specials, so look for that where they give you $300 bar tab, you know, if you book a certain time. But yeah, a little different. You can't just buy, you know, the ultimate drink package. You do have to buy credit, or you just buy the drinks there. Now, something I was shocked to learn, and we'll see if you are too, there is no water bottles on board. Not cardboard, not plastic, nothing. So a lot of these other cruise lines do boxed water. Absolutely not. They only give you this water in a carafe for your room, so it's in glass, and then also you can get water from the galley and any restaurants. So just so you know, there is no water bottles. There are no water bottles on board. And it just hit me, I forgot a tip. They only clean your room once a day. We like our room cleaned twice a day. So if you just go into the app on the tablet or on your phone and you request for them to come make up your room, they will do it twice a day for you. And the last thing you may not have known is that Virgin Voyages is the only cruise line that has the World Poker Tour at Sea poker room. So it is the actual World Poker Tour group, and Virgin is the only one that does it at sea. So if you're a big poker person, they do have that on board. That is going to be the end of the everything you need to know before sailing with Virgin Voyages on the Scarlet Lady. We really hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We work really hard on these videos to provide you with the most possible content possible. Again, check out our channel, our vlogs. We go into depth about food, what we do, the shows. Our channel also has an everything you need to know about the galley you can check out, a room tour you can check out, and a entire walkthrough that's narrated so you can really get a feel of the boat. We have so much content on Virgin Voyages, so make sure you go check that out. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.